If you feel,
I can't hurt alone. Maybe you guys can. I'd be impressed though.
if you see,
I know, I'm always like scared of it.
if you know, dark and heavy, through the green mist, the sparkling surface. Dark and heavy, through the decay, the green life.
Our Ojibwe name, our Anishinaabe name, is Wigwam, and it goes to Wigwam because this is what we would make our home goddess. It would be
Was that the volume? Oh, maybe. I need to go further down. Come towards me. Can you wait? Can you keep your eyes out of shape? A little. Turn that. Are you ready? Yep. 3, 2, 3, 1. 7, 9, 5, 4, 9. Color one. 3, 7, 7. Oh, what the? 3, 3, 1, 7, 5, 5, 6, 4, 2. Oh, what the? You're big, buddy. Oh, man. So you did the big first. This one's working. This morning. You're gonna get most of my peeps, you know?
That piping plovers may avoid windows, cats, and windmills. We'll survive habitat loss, climate change, and oil spills to allow us that one immeasurable moment at sunset when we count their glowing bills among our fragile, vanishing. Yep.
Do you want to release? Do you want to release the chick? Here, hold that. Come up here. Hold that. Come up here. Guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Buddies, survive. I need you.
is rooted deep down and it keeps me. The side streets water towards family to everyone who is around this corner. Open arms around here, no one's a foreigner, it's driving down that road. Same as before, letting everyone know it's still there. The truth is old, just open your ears and hear. Yes, we still hear the same pattern, but always something different. It's like the waves don't want to drown. Sometimes it's hard to swim in that sound. Gotta splash just to let you know I'm around. I think I step out now, no longer looking to be found. See, I don't wanna drown, not to those memories, and I think the lake knows. It's making music to the drum of life, and it knows it's humming its way through the night, and it knows the waves we make, our impact echoing across this lake. I hope they write us down before I wake, saving these moments to save this taste, memorizing the hit of that quinoa bake. The crash has to come and it knows. Elope with the shoreline, I like to think it's finally buying baby clothes. That way it's kinda happy now. I think it might be in love, it's finally pushing, showing me it's here, constantly pushing, attention staring clear, telling me, telling you, yes, we still here, as we shift the gears in part. We just gotta use our heads and play our part, use our hearts, cause it might not hurt this time. Hold up, you hear that red start? You feel that sunshine? Learning new things about ourselves, new songs this earth can make. We're intertwined to witness the boom of the symphony, to recognize it as yours, as mine, it's heard. I hope you can see the picture I try to paint with these words, but maybe there's a few more strokes till you get it. Here the days feel like weeks, but the hours feel like minutes. The dark offers up peace, the silence carries out your sentence. I'll meet y'all at the beach, but damn, these bites itch, so I know I'll get my vengeance. I remember the iron in this water and know that this lake has no heat retention. I hope you hear the copper of these thoughts, the pension from all that pinching, the tension I get from rubbing that golden lake with callous hands. Clean it all with polished sand. With y'all, all I want is 3 more wishes.
I think heaven is a hammock on the edge of Douglas Lake, where the light is filtered through the oaks that hold the bank, where laughter rings as we climb and we shift around, and the chorus sings as our feet all leave the ground. I think heaven is the table serving lunch in dining hall, as we squeeze together, promising there is room for all. And it's always crowded, but I've never seen it full. If we run out of chairs, there is always one to pull. And maybe I've met heaven, not a place, but she's a feeling in my chest. July. I think heaven is the water warming in the morning sun. It's a dance on the court when the harder work is done. It's the sand and the breeze through the fans and the breeze and the sound of rain on tin. It's the ache of growing up and growing in. And maybe we're in heaven, and she was the whole journey. The space between the stars and everything we had to lose. In the prince of piping clover and the shadows in our memories. And every time my eyes reflecting you. And maybe we're in heaven, and she was the whole journey. The space between the stars and everything we've had to lose. In the prince of piping clover and the shadows of our memories. And every time my eyes reflected you. I've met heaven, not a place, but she's a feeling in my chest that bursts in colors the whole sky. In song of swaying grasses and the promise of the loon, the fading fickle scent of sweet July. In the fading fickle scent of sweet July. In the fading fickle scent of sweet July. In the fading fickle scent of sweet July.
Bog people creeping up your slacks. Bog people here to steal your snacks. Bog people creeping up your pants. Bog people creeping up your slacks. It's sticky and gooey, it's creepy. Whenever you fall in, it feels like you fall into a giant mud puddle that never ends. And it sinks and sinks and sinks and sinks, etc. and etc. Yeah. And then I walk across the boardwalk, and then when the board thingy-majiggies breaks off, and I fall in the bog. And then I keep walking on the boardwalk, and then it goes underwater, and I have to walk underwater, and then I slip and fall into the bog. I like bogs because when you fall in, it does feel kind of soothing, like a massage kind of. And that's about all. Bog people creeping up your slacks. Bog people here to steal your snacks. Bog people creeping up your pants. Bog people creeping up
walking into a bog. It's the forest, and then it gets wet, and it gets wet, and it gets wetter, until usually you're on some kind of boardwalk that comes out into an open space where there's no relief from the sun. And oftentimes, somewhere, there's the eye of the bog, which is a water basin closing up slowly, until it no longer is a bog. And when you walk on the boardwalk, you're walking on sphagnum and peat from generations and generations of decomposed plant material.
by still water. As I rest alone by the still, still water, I hear the winsome notes of a far-off song. A yellow leaf floats down to lie beside another, and the thoughts I think are still, still thoughts and long. The clouds, white as fluffs of foam on the billows, and bright bits of the sky, more blue than the sea, lie there with the gold-browned wands of the willows. If stillness is sound, it is singing to me. One more song. A little bird sat in a tree when storm clouds gathered round. The sun grew dim, and the wind came up, and thunder rumbled round. He quickly looked this way and that, as if to judge how long. Then satisfied, he seemed to say, "There's time for one more song."
If I needed to leave without telling the morning that the winter has come, and I follow the sun to a place where it's dawning. When the nights are all long and they come with a warning that the winter has come, and therefore goes the sun, taking leaves that are falling. If I needed to leave without telling the wind that I miss how it plays with the branches of trees. If I needed to leave without telling the bees that I'll miss how they whisper across these lands, are so, so far from home. And although I know I'll be back, it's time to sing along, remembering when I was there. If I needed to leave without telling the morning that the winter has come, and I follow the sun, 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 and I follow the sun.
For me, the process of creation is what joins art and sciences. Most of these disciplines are constantly trying to find something new that is just something about the world.
The feeling of doing science and doing art feels very, very creative, and the craft feels like really similar. Love and wonder aimed at the natural world.
It's like actually about the process of sitting down and slowing down the pace that you look at something, slowing down the pace that they can do in the world, stop to be with themselves. One thing that I've realized from knowing so many sciences is that processes are similar. You start out observing and you question. You're writing in the process. You're figuring it out.
Some of the tools disciplines use to investigate that wonder are different, but like the base of the wonder is there.
But artists use the spoken word or music or painting. Scientists use observation and data.
In science, I feel like there's these like rules. You can't just say anything. It's not like the microphone goes to the loudest and not powerful. It goes to like the type of observation.
It would be so creative to think about not just the questions they're asking, but that's always sparked by wonder and fascination first. Then how are they going to go about like...
The scientific method is just very straightforward. You observe the world, you ask questions, and you plan ways to test your hypothesis, collect some data, and then make the next observation based on whatever you found.
I totally believe everyone is an artist and a scientist. Like, yeah, if you can ask questions about the world and find beauty in it, then you're both.
I have to do something about this door. Maybe put some oil in it. I don't know. Actually, I kinda like how it adds character to this place. It always brings me back. I think it's fascinating how certain sounds immediately transport you to a place or a memory or... Anyway, thanks for coming this far and lending me your ears. I really appreciate your attention and hope you had a fun journey. This album is one of the results of the 2025 Artists in Residency program at the University of Michigan Biological Station, UMBS for short. What an amazing place to be, looking at Douglas Lake, hearing the bell for the first time, hungry for knowledge, hungry for life. Stop, hear the sounds of waves hitting the shore, countless birds and the echoes of laughter. Geo, bio, intro, icons, indexes and symbols, signs of something we can touch, but not grasp, something to learn slowly while savoring the process. These lands, with its oceanic lakes and history, were once occupied by the Bird Lake Band of Ottawa and Chippewa people. Right now, I like to respectfully acknowledge the original inhabitants and their descendants. Many people contributed to this album. The album cover was kindly provided by Young Su. track, she also helped through every step regarding his residency. Track number 2, Melodus, presents Francie Cuthbert reading the poem Acolytes of the Bird Wild, written by Keith Taylor. You can also hear the voices of Stephanie Schugel, Lindsay Scheffler, Amy Rothschild, Rachel Fields, and Martha von der Voort. Track 7, Stay a While, is a combination of poems written by Laura Parkey and published by her son Kenneth Parkey. The voice you hear comes from Zoe Crampton. On track 8, Lens, we have Ricardo Lira. Track number 9, Observation, presents conversations about overlaps between art and science. The voices you hear are from Carlos Botelho, Marjorie Weber, Eva Bruce, and Lauren Green. Also contributing to this track are Chris Goff on the backing vocals, Lucas Price on the violin, and Gage Larson on the saxophone. Track 10, UMBS, which is this one, we have on djembe, and Covey on bodrum, Isabel Gill, saxophone, Gage Larson, tone drum, Imo Tesfaye, bass, Ruby Howard, guitar, Gabriel Jones, and Tristan Elder. On the keys we have Malcolm Salcia. On the flute, Elizabeth Tollwood. Trumpet, Rachel Williamson. Backing vocals, Dave Smith. All songs were produced by Ricardo Lira. Well, you heard the bell earlier, right? You know it's time to go when you hear it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you once again. Hope to see you next time.